Greetings, beloved people. We want to look at something that is very paramount, something that you might have overlooked or tried to overlook. And that is something that is called in psychology and behavior modification and guidance counseling, self-defeating behaviors. In psychology, self-defeating behaviors are attitudes, behavior, habits that are inimical to your joy, to your happiness, to your personal growth and development. These are things you either allow or do consciously or unconsciously, and they are working negatively or surreptitiously against your joy, against your progress, against your speed of achievement, against achievement of your goals as you desire. So we like to look at some of these things. Actually, I have on my list 25. I'm not able to exhaust the 25. But let's see as far as we can go within the time frame. So, listen and watch carefully. If you're able to come across any of them, you know how to deal with it. And we also give suggestions on what can be done to, can I use the word, positify. That is something that is negative, now turn it to positive. How you can now make it to turn around, to work in your favor and for your good. In psychology and emotionally, these behaviors may initially provide some comfort, some respite, something like emotional coolness, but on the long run you see their negative effects. And in psychology, these behaviors are linked to fear, low self-esteem, low self-concept, and negative beliefs and pure emotional balance in one's life. The first one we shall look at is procrastination. That is putting off important tasks until it's almost too late, until a later time. I'll do it later, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow. But remember, tomorrow never ends. Tomorrow is a continuous continuum. So that's why I say, what you have to do quick. Tick, says the clock, tick tick. What you have to do quick. So procrastination, they say generally, is a thief of time. So examples of procrastination: you delay studying until the night before the exam. You say, I will read, I will study. You do lectures now, instead of to go over lecture notes, now you allow it to pile up until the exam time. You are given assignments, you're not dealing with it on time. Waiting until the deadline is almost complete before you start to work seriously at a task or project. Postponing a medical checkup. Say, okay, I will go and check up tomorrow until it is almost too late. So then saying, I will start doing the exercise next Monday, especially if you have some health challenge and you visit physiotherapists and they say, okay, you have to be doing this exercise regularly, and you keep procrastinating, the damage may be more than you envisage. So what can be a result of this? It can result in stress, poor performance, and missed opportunities. The second one we shall look at is what can call self-sabotage. That is doing something to even sabotage, not somebody else is sabotaging your effort, but you. And that is constantly destroying your own chances of success. For example, you quit a business just as customers are about to increase. Maybe you say you're tired of one thing or the other and you quit. And when the business is just about to go to the next level, refusing to submit a form you fill on time before the form closed, you can see you caused that. Now, starting an unnecessary argument before an interview, you have gone for an interview in an establishment or for a business proposal, and somebody now calls, something just come to just disturb you, and you're not going to argue. You're able to concentrate on the task at hand. You are the one that causes yourself. You have to face what is on hand. That's dealing with distractions and spending all your savings instead of investing. Another we shall look at, which is the third one, is negative self-talk. I'm not good enough, I can't achieve that, I can't make it, I'm too small, I'm too big, I'm too slim, I'm too fat, I'm too overweight. All you can say about your test is negative. What are possible? What are things you can do? What are things you know you can achieve? What are abilities that you have with you? So I'm not intelligent enough. Nobody likes me. I always fail. I'm too old to start again, or to do this or to do that. Over time, these thoughts take form in your life, and that is not good for you. The fourth one is fear of success. Yeah, you may say, how can somebody fear? Yes, because success brings promotion. Promotion brings leadership, and leadership brings more responsibility. Uneasy lies there that wears a crown. To whom much is given, much is expected. So some people are afraid of that. More people will be looking up, or more people looking at me. I don't want to put too much attention on myself. And opportunities open up, you start dodging it. They say we have a branch somewhere, you will not be the manager, you will not be the, you just like the low place you are in, you just feel too cold there. No. So don't do that for yourself. Don't fear success. Change is part of life. That's why in establishments they go for seminars and workshops to update, to upgrade yourself. Yes, it brings responsibility, you should be up to it. It makes life sweet and better for you. Another one is fear of failure. Yes, some people, because of fear of failure, they will refuse to take on some tasks or some challenges. But you should know that never starting, never embarking on the task is worse off. Failure is part of life. You don't set out to fail. But when you put your best leg forward and still don't achieve it, know that yes, there are still some things you learn, some things you still have to do. That's why I like that song we're growing to say, you can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want, but you must try. You succeed at last, isn't it? The sixth one is perfectionism. You don't submit the project because you believe it's not perfect enough. You don't submit the assignment because you believe it's not perfect enough. You don't go for the task, for the quiz, or for the competition because you believe you are not good enough, because you are not perfect enough. Yes, everyone is a work in progress. You need to understand that. So not putting your leg forward, your feet forward, your action into the process. You may be sabotaging yourself. Don't wait until you become perfect. You grow. You grow. Life is a continuum. Growth is a continuum. The seventh one is blaming others for your challenges, for everything. It's my parents. My parents don't love me. They love my sister more than me. They love my brother more than me. They didn't give me this thing when I was growing up because they sent me to this kind of school, because they didn't give me things when I asked them. Then you ask, my boss doesn't like me, my colleague doesn't like me. It is because of that. They didn't give. Why not try to take responsibility for yourself for once? That may be another lifestyle that may be hampering you. So try to see what can you do to better your own life, better your circumstances. Very, very important. Now, number 9 is making excuses. Number 8, making excuses. Sometimes you say, I'm too busy, I'm too young, I'm too old, I don't know anyone, I don't have connection, I don't know. The point is this: put your mind to it, work at it, and leave the remaining for destiny to sort out for you. Like one wrestler in US now called Obafemi, he's saying that he's putting in his effort and is being held by destiny. He doesn't believe that he can't make it, he can't achieve. He say, well, I'm here to work, I'm here to achieve, and destiny is here to support me. So you go ahead. Now, number 9 is staying with toxic people. Stay in a toxic relationship. What's a toxic relationship? A toxic relationship is a relation that always see the bad in you. They are always criticizing you. They hardly find anything to compliment about your life. And that kind of environment is like the story of the sower in the Bible. The seed that fell between the thorns will choke it, no matter how good you are. Toxicity can be very dangerous. So you have to change that kind of environment. There's nobody that's absolutely bad. There's no somebody that's absolutely evil. That's why they say in Yoruba, in my part of the world, Southwest, I say, Omo buruku lojo tie. That is, every child has his own use and value in the society, in the community of nations. Go and study life, go and study history. Everybody has a value. So please take note of that. Now, number 10 is, if you are a people pleaser, you just want to do things to please people, you want to make everybody, you can't make everybody cannot like you, no matter how you try. That would be a mistake. And the Bible warns against, that's why I like the Bible so much. The Bible says, woe is you when everybody speaks well of you. So if you expect everybody to like what you're doing, to say everything good about you, you're making a mistake. So you learn to say no when it's time to, the Bible says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. That's just it. Sorry, I can't do that for you. Sorry, I can't sign that letter. You can't compromise your standard for anybody. Like I used to say, don't lower your standard or your personal philosophy or psychology of lifestyle or principles for anybody. You may live to regret it. Because those kind of people now, they are the one that will come and mess you up at the end. Then maintain your ground. Maintain your ground. Don't be a people pleaser. Don't be a people pleaser. So, number 11 is impulsive spending. You make good money and you like spending money, but you learn to remember that there's always a tomorrow. So it's not good to just spend money anyhow. The Bible says money has wings, so spend money with great care. Then number 11 is poor time management. Time is precious. Time is a precious gift. Like people used to say in training, everybody has 24 hours, depending on what the value you place on your time is the worth it is to you. So put good premium on your time. Some people used to say time is money, but I've come to that time is life. Your time is your life. So if everybody succeeds in wasting, that person succeeds in wasting your life. So be a good manager of your time. When someone say, oh, please come and follow me here, come and follow me there, come and follow me there, that means you don't have any value for your own time. So that is not a good thing at all. Another one is you are avoiding difficult conversations. Now, people that really love you and like you sometimes may tell you the hard truth about yourself, and you may not like it. But maybe you have friends, associates, family members that observe some of these self-defeating behavior, attitudes, and philosophies that you play with, and they may want to place, brother or my sister, please, I have something I'd like to discuss. I hope you don't take it on the wrong side. I say, hey, by the time they mention it, A, B, you say, oh, no, don't go along that line, don't talk to me about that. It's my life, I live it the way I like it. Please, that's a no-go area. Then be making a mistake. Hear them out. Let them make it a constructive criticism. Say, okay, if that is okay, what do you suggest? Why do you do this? I explain. I do this because A, B, C, and D. Okay, do you have a better suggestion for me? That's the better way to handle it. So, ignoring workplace conflict and refusing to apologize when you are wrong is not a good thing at all. Then number 14 is holding grudges. That is very bad and very toxic. You make your life bitter and life very hard. So don't hold grudge with anyone. Find it easy to forgive. Easy to forgive because you don't know who you may offend. Nobody is perfect. What you may not take as offense, the other person may take it as offense. So learn not to hold grudge, not to hold unforgiving spirit with anybody. It will disturb your joy, it will disturb your peace. It will affect your growth and development. You may say the person you are holding grudge with, I can't work with that. I suppose you are in the same office and they now put 2 of you or 3 of you in the same team. You have a goal and objective to achieve, then you must work. You must put your differences aside. But if, depending on how old you hold the grudge or the offense or whatever, it may affect you beyond what you can understand. So that is a self-defeating. Then uncontrolled anger, that's number 50. If you have uncontrolled anger, that is detrimental. You must learn to control your anger. Anger can be very dangerous. Even the Bible says anger rests in the bosom of fools. And somebody also says anger is a sure form of danger. Especially if you are the one that gets so furious that if you get down, for you to calm down takes an appreciable time. Then you have to work at it. Yes, it's natural to get angry, but you have to learn to control it. Sometimes you have to express anger to be able to say, sorry, I don't like what you just said. Please don't ever repeat it. Don't ever call me that name again. Don't ever use that phrase again. Do you understand what it means? You know, that is in my gentle anger. After that, you just say, well, I just have to express myself. Okay, I hold no offense against you, but please, I just have to let you know I don't want that, I don't like that, I don't appreciate that. Okay, let's still be friends. Yes, sometimes you may need to express your anger, but uncontrolled anger. Anger that cannot be placated easily is a dangerous one. People say, that person, when he gets angry, better, and that's not good for you. So we have envy and constant comparison. That is not good for you too. So you see, you are not in this life to compete with anyone. We all have our own roles to play in this life. We have different ability, different destiny, different roles to play. So don't compare yourself with your classmates, with your community members, with your workplace members, with your boss, with your juniors, whatever. You'll be sowing evil seed for your unhappiness and for your sadness. Okay? So don't envy anybody, just maintain your own lane. Compete with yourself. Try to be a better version of yourself day by day. Look at yourself. How was I listening yesterday? How was I doing this yesterday? How can I make it better today? That was paramount to you, not to the other person. If then the other person come and compliment, you've changed, you have improved. Yes, thank God, I appreciate that. Thank you for appreciating me. But don't walk with their standard. The Bible says, be imitator of that which you may see something good in their life, but don't envy them for it. Try to see. By the time you just ask them, please, I like this thing. Can you give me 1 or 2 tips? I also would like to get to that level. That's saying, that's neat, that's cool, isn't it? So now refusing to learn, that's another thing. They say pride goes before you fall. He who stops learning starts to die. So learning is a continual process, and life is about continuous learning. So refusing to learn, like in these days now, when we are in the technology age, we are in nanotechnology. A lot of things are growing fast, a lot of things are changing fast. Then you need to make yourself to be a constant learner, or else you find yourself at the wrong end of the road. And number 18, living beyond your means. That is like being an extravagant spender. That is what is called in civil service, in management, getting to what is called financial embarrassment. When your expenditure outweighs your income, then you can get yourself into serious financial trouble. And ignoring your health is very dangerous. That's why once you see, our bodies generally used to give us some signs. Sometimes when you're overstressing yourself, you may feel some throbbing, some nerves pulsing here, or you may feel some pulsing here, or pulsing in your arm, or just feel some tightness in the middle of your brain. There's always a thin line there. You feel some tightness, and some other, your body will give you a sign. Then that means take it slow. or you find yourself to sleep is difficult, you just open your eyes like then that means something is getting wrong with your nervous system. Then go for checkup and things like that. So don't take your health for granted. Mind what you eat, sleep well, and you better off. Then you'll be like students that are preparing for exam. You did not study over time. Now when the exam is about 1 week and you have about 6 courses to study, you now start to take some substances that contain high level of caffeine or some other drugs to keep you awake. No, you can't force this thing into your brain. That should be gradual. So that's why you just find out you may you did not sleep, but your eyes will be open wide like this. Then you'll be reading, you'll be able to comprehend. Then your head will start to throb. Some people collapse in the exam. When I was on campus, they used to have that time that people that break down, they send them to the hospital, to the campus clinic. So you don't do that. Finally, we stop at number 20, which is lack of self-discipline. Constant lateness to work, constant lateness to do assignments, to projects, to meetings is not good. Giving up on your goals just after some few attempts. No, remember that song, you can get it if you really want, then you must try. So making promises to yourself repeatedly, that is not good. If you cannot keep promises to yourself, that you can't keep promises to others. So learn to be steadfast in your mind. Learn to be steadfast. Like the Bible says, God has not given you a spirit of fear, but that of power, that of love and sound mind. And the Bible says also, it says, guard your heart with all the, because out of it are the issues of life. So thank you so much for reflecting with me on this Inuga Reflection, this channel that is set up just for your health, for your joy. You have only one life, and you have to appeal to yourself to live it very well. Very, very important. Only one life. Like one story I shared a while ago. Go and check it out. Just like that, the lady was in the hospital just for constant checkup. She felt she was hungry, and she called the eatery to order for her food. There was time for her to see the doctor. By the time she went to see the consultant, that's when the pandemonium started. To cut the long story short, she gave up the ghost. And before then, she had been communicating with them in the office, giving some guidelines to her workers to put some things in order. Her husband called her, they had some minor arguments. Just like that, she just gave up within a just moment. So life is very fragile. So the one you have is to encourage you to live it well. Thank you, and God bless you.